How's it, gents? So I just thought I would record my impressions which I have of the pairs which I'm trading. Alright, I'm just gonna run through quickly what I am seeing on the pairs Euro GBP and GBPUSD. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm trading a real account there. Alright, so there it is. So these positions are real, and they are based, my decisions are going to be based on real life things. So if we win, we win, we gain, we gain. Right, so as you can see, let's start with this one. Okay, here we go. This is the daily charts for the pound US dollar. All right, and the only indicators which I use is RSI, the normal one. There it is there, and then there's the pair we're looking at, nice clean charts. All right, so okay, we're gonna look at other charts as well, but anyways, let's just have a look at this one. Right, this was Brexit, and this is where the price has been for over the last maybe 2 months or so. All right, that's generally okay. Basically, that's the high. Those are the two highs, and then as you can see, the price is close to these highs here. All right, so let's just zoom in. Okay, wait, maybe that's a bit close. All right, cool. You can kind of see that price over here has reached the peak of these pairs here. Okay, it's corresponding with, see that line right there. And as you can see with the wicks over here, you can see this is generally a selling area, or at least there's a bit of a strong resistance over here. So I'll just put in a okay, there we go, there's a line there. Okay, horizontal line. Okay, that's just to mark our resistance. Okay, at the moment price, it moved from here. This was middle of August. It's going up, down, up, down. I think this is the ABCD that trader what's the name? Trader Pemelo. Yes, that's the one which you were talking about. This nice move over here. Now it hits a resistance right here, and generally I think it's the first attempt at this in about over a month. Okay, so let's just use my RSI here. Okay, now I use my RSI. It helps me with buy areas and sell areas. As you can see, price is not yet overbought, but it's coming. Obviously it's coming, okay, if you look here, you can see that this corresponds with the price here. 1, 2, 3, 4, basically something like that. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, as you can see, it hits a resistance here, but then similar story here. If I look at the RSI, can you see how this is corresponding to these highs, these previous highs, especially this area here, or the previous highs, in let's just say buying strength, the previous ones. So if we just measure it there, yeah, it's pretty much corresponding, and plus, right, okay, fine, we've looked at that and said, all right, the strength of the bulls is parallel to the previous times were of previous strength, right? That's the first thing. And then the second thing, we just looked over here, it's reached a resistance. Okay, a very important resistance. So those are two things, right, that are, okay, informing me and my trade. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? Maybe if we zoom in. Okay, let's just zoom in. This was yesterday. Look at that candle there. Went up, and then it hit there. Look how straight that is. And then today's session generally has been very bearish. The bears have come back, and okay, there's a little bit of fight back that's going on over here. Let's get into a smaller time scale, and let's look at that. I think generally this is okay from here. This is today, bears straight away, so that's quite interesting. Okay, now there's something which I want to show you guys. Okay, now you guys know that I usually I'm using trading view. Okay, and look at this look at what I drew here. This is the same pair, British pound US dollar daily, right? And this is so nice. Okay, obviously this is where the price is, right? And look at this trend line that I drew here. Let me actually make it a bit thicker for you, right? Okay, alright, let's see if you guys can see that. And yeah, okay, right, you can't miss that. Okay, look at this trend line that's right over here. Okay, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in for you. Now let's go back a bit. Okay, as you can see, there was like a kind of something that was going on here, right? Price into exit here. I like this place here where it touched. Then it came all the way down, yes, just around this area. And then here's another thing that just confirms it for me. Look at that, touches right there. And then, where are we now? Look at that, right? Price hasn't touched yet, but it's around about the similar area that, yeah, it's very close to this trend line here. Let's just zoom in. Let's just zoom in. This is daily, all right? Now, as you can see, that this kind of shows and it tells you that, okay, the market has probably noticed this thing here, right? As well as this horizontal resistance here. Okay, let's draw it in. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's my horizontal. I'll just put it right there on the top of, there we go. Now look at that. Okay, this is the daily chart, right? This area generally has been a bit of selling around about this area, and then right there today it went up here, it touched that resistance there, and today it's falling, right? Let's zoom in again. I hope I'm not boring you guys. But okay, here we go. This is still the daily charts right there. Okay, let's get that a bit bigger. Right, look at that. Now, this is usually the part where I say, all right, guys, what do you see there? Okay. Now, obviously, this is the low, the recent low, the lowest low recently, right? And there's the high right now. Now, you can definitely see here, there's one, okay, horizontal, and two diagonal. It's just the area, diagonal resistances, right? So there's two, it's like a double resistance in this area. And look how quick and strong price reacted. Okay, well, personally, I think it reacted to this one here, but you know, maybe the market also knows about this. You know, maybe that's where the smart money, those guys have noticed that. Now let's look at it on a smaller time scale. Looking at 4 hours. 4 hours will give us a bit more detail. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, now look, there's still, okay, let me move this. Okay. Alright, there's a little bit of room up here, right? Personally, what I think this is, right? And let me actually add in the where's my indicator? Where's my indicator? Let me add in the RSI, right? RSI is going to give me a nice story at 4 hour time frame. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. 4 hours, right? Okay, and usually, okay, there's the 50. Let me draw in the 50 for you, because that is very important. Where are these things? Where are these things? Okay, alright, fine. We'll deal with that a bit later. Oh, here we go. Here's this thing. Okay, here we go. Sorry, didn't see that. Okay, I can't get that 50 accurately, but just for argument's sake, let's put it there. Okay, I've plotted it in, right? And let me make it a different color so that it stands out. Okay, there we go. Okay, right. So, alright, here, what are you looking at, right? This is 4 hours of GBPUSD, right? And if you look here, right, price obviously started here, and that corresponds with here. So this was the low here, right? Close to the 30s, 40s. It was basically below the 50s. It went up, and then here we go. Here's the highs and so forth, right? First high, this area here was here. Okay, it went up and then it went up again, corresponds with these highs here, went down, went up here, right? The last run came down here, went up, and so forth. You know, usually I say this is basically the price catching catching a break and going up again, rallying up again. So it went up here the first time, then okay, ran out of a bit of steam, came down, and then came up again, and then came down, ran out of steam, came down for the last push, and then there we go. Right, and then it hit right here. Now if you've got very good eyes, right, that's why I use the RSI. You guys have heard of double tops. You guys have probably also heard of triple tops, head and shoulders, things like that. Right, okay, it's not a classic head and shoulders, but I could argue this is the first head, this is the second head, this is the third head. Now there's usually not more than 4. But anyways, this will correspond with, you know, I could have seen this yesterday and said, all right, fine. You know, here's the first one, here's the second one. Okay, here it's at the top. It's parallel. It's corresponding with these previous strength times over here, with this one here and this one here. Okay, and it's also hits, or it's going to hit a strong resistance with a diagonal resistance there. You know, I could have put money on it and said, all right, fine. You know, this is gonna just dip down a bit, and look what happened right there today. So it was that kind of day. Now look at this, look what's going on here. Price didn't just go all the way down. It's what's happening here. It's resting on the 50. All right, so you know, 50 will kind of correspond with somewhere around about here, right? The 50 points. Now price does do that. You'll find that it will try and go up the first time, it will come down again, and then it's gonna go for one more push. All right, now bear in mind it's a double resistance, but this is sometimes where you see price forming another head or a double top, something like that. Now it's going to depend on this scenario here. Is price going to still have a lot of vigor, a lot of steam? Maybe it's going to go up here, right? It's going to push, maybe it's going to top up here or somewhere. And then, but meanwhile in the price it will probably go up a bit higher, but because of, you know, it might stop here or something because of divergence and negative divergence, is it? Yeah, it might be around about here. It might be a sign that, okay, fine, it's gonna lose steam, it's gonna go up here, draw all the people in, and then it's gonna come back down somewhere around here even further, and then over here it's gonna go down, crash right through there, and probably come down there. I don't know, it's just something which you just have to think about. So okay, so that's GBPUSD, right? My summary is that at the moment I'm not anticipating price, unless maybe there's going to be some crazy news. I'm not anticipating price to break through this level yet. I don't think there's enough steam, right? There was a lot of steam. Okay, there was a lot of steam going through from this base here, right? 1 2 3 4 4, you know, okay, 1 2 3 4 5, it's here, it's lost steam, and then it's gonna try again. So if you just look at that, I mean, you know, guys, you guys know about Elliot's wave and all these waves and stuff like that. You know, I'm not being very specific, but you know, you can kind of see something similar to that. It was low here, it came up here, came up here, came up here. The last push was here, okay, and now it's losing a little bit of steam. It's gonna gather it at this level here, right? Which, you know, okay, could say it's a bit of supportish level, right? And okay, you can just see right there already. This is the 4-hour charts. You can already see there's a nice green candle there. It's kind of showing you, okay, fine, there is a bit of buying and anticipation for a push up one more time. Wish, these adverts killing me. All right, so guys, that's my analysis of British pound US dollar. It's just, let's just be patient. I've already entered I'm in another position for another pair, which is negatively corresponding with this, but hopefully I will show you that. But I'm just gonna wait for all these things to happen. I don't usually put trades in at night or anything like that. Just gonna wait and see how it reacts, and let's see how it goes. Right, happy trading, guys.